Welcome back to another spooky RCTV episode. I'm Kyleigh Monroe.
And I'm Samantha Garza. On today's episode, we will be looking at the 32nd Annual Fun Fest in downtown, STN 60-second horror film,
A student spotlight on Ryane Edwards,
a teacher spotlight on Miss Alosi,
and how basketball is getting ready for this season. This is all right here,
right now,
on RCTV. Royse City has had a tradition with their annual Downtown Fun Fest. RCTV got a chance to dig deep.
Royse City has grown over the years, causing there to be many new businesses and vendors. On October 15th, Royse City held the 32nd Annual Fun Fest downtown on Main Street. RCTV got the chance to dig deep into all the excitement and what it all has to offer.
We empower abused children. If there's an abused child that's going through any sort of a court case, anything like that, we get involved in their life, kind of just give them the power, give them the ability to feel strong enough to go and testify in court if they need to. So we're just there for them to give them empowerment. Well, what we're trying to do is get our name out here a little bit more in the community, so people recognize who we are, what we do, and it gets us a little more involved with the kids that are all running through here and make sure they're having a good time too.
Bikers Against Child Abuse was not the only organization at Fun Fest that is supporting children. We got to talk to Miss Ringles about Paw Packs and how they're supporting the kids of RCISD.
Paw Packs is a program that feeds Royse City children specifically every weekend of the school year. We send home 2 breakfast and 2 lunch, 2 snacks, a drink, and a fruit every week of the school year. And they're signed up by their counselors and their teachers, and it's all children who have some sort of food insecurity. We thought it'd be a great way to get people to hear about Paw Packs, since it's usually just school children that we're talking to all the time. It's nice to talk to their parents and other parents and get them involved as well, because we need people to volunteer specifically for our program, and so it's nice to get the word out. People can hear about us helping the community and helping feed those children on Friday afternoons.
Not only are there organizations bringing awareness to kids, but there's something for all ages to experience.
It appeals to all different age groups. We have something for the parents, like some of the booths, and then we have something for the smaller children, like pumpkin patches and then face painting. So I think it's just an all-around good for everyone. My favorite part is definitely just working the pumpkin patch. I love just being able to help people and just see the smiling faces whenever you get to sell a pumpkin.
FunFest has many opportunities to support your local businesses and vendors. Next year, we hope to see even more community members supporting our small but growing town. This has been Lizzie, Riley, and Joel with RCTV.
Speaking of pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns are scary. Here's a look at the 60-second horror film from the STN contest.
We have lots of talent here at RCHS. RCTV got to highlight a student here. Let's take a look.
You might recognize senior Ryane Edwards from the hallways of RCHS, but what you might not know is what happens outside of school.
From MCF number 229, Ryane Edwards.
Ryane is a model and actor pursuing his dream job.
People are like, oh, it's so easy to walk down the runway. It's really not. There's a lot of footwork that goes into it, and even like just the posing. It's all these little things that you wouldn't think that's important, like facial, like even just making the slightest adjustment to your smile or how you're posing makes a huge difference when it comes to walking the runway or even just photos.
Ryane shares some of his accomplishments.
Over the past summer, I got to do a short film called The Confession, which comes out on October 9th, and that was my very first lead role, which I'm really excited for.
I'm assuming you have a plan.
I'm a teen ambassador for FMD Global TV, and that's basically where I get to go and interview people on the red carpet. Right now we're working on getting photos updated for teen ambassadors, and that's something I've really enjoyed.
Ryane talks about some of the places that acting has taken him.
So far I've traveled to Buda, Texas. I've traveled to San Antonio. I did a competition where I got to go to Orlando, Florida, and compete in a basically competition in front of agents.
Even with a busy schedule, Ryane makes time for school activities.
I also did a senior direct called The One Act Play Disaster with my co-director Josh Huggins, and it was a lot of fun.
Ryane shares the shift from acting to directing.
Oh, when it came to senior directing, that was a huge 360 turnaround. For actors, all we have to really worry about is how we say our lines, getting our lines memorized, making sure we know where our blocking is, and helping each other on stage. But when it came to directing, that was definitely a challenge for me. All right, everybody back to places. I had to worry about costumes, we had to worry about lights, we had to make sure everyone's showing up to rehearsals, and then if someone didn't show up to rehearsals, we had to figure out how to get them up to date on the blocking that we did. We're gonna bring on the coat, y'all are running over to this side. It's also giving direction. If they don't understand the direction you're giving, you have to find a different way to say it. Like how it fell in front of Hollis. Be scared. And it gets really stressful, but as long as you stick together as a group, you'll do amazing.
Ryane shares his thoughts about others following their dreams.
Go for it, because you never know how good you are going to be at something until you do it. I've seen the potential in some of the people at our school, and I feel like anyone can do anything as long as they believe in themselves and put their mind to it.
Not only do we have talented students, but also teachers. Here's Adele with the inside scoop.
What's good, Bulldogs? Welcome back to another Teacher Spotlight. Today we have decided to interview Miss Alosi because of her hard work, strong dedication to the school, and overall being such a great teacher.
I actually went to college to be a science teacher, and with science I did math science together, and science was really hard, and I kind of discovered the more that I got away from math, the sadder I was, and I was like, I really want to go back to that, and it was something I found really fun, and I think that not a lot of people actually do find that fun, so I kept coming back to it, and so I ended up switching from science to math.
What did you do before you teach?
I've actually been a teacher since just out of high school. So I did, like I said, I taught preschool, and then there's a brief moment in time where I could not be a teacher while I was in student teaching. So I was a manager at a Whataburger. So I did food service for just a little bit, but I've pretty much all of my working life been a teacher.
What's your favorite thing about this high school?
You know, I love that we're a family here. I've been at several different districts, and some are more run like a business, but here it's still, it's a work of heart, not just a job.
What advice would you give to the students?
I would say don't forget the things right now that are fun when you become an adult, because when you get bigger, life is going to get more stressful, and you got to remember that if you were an avid reader, remember to read books. If you liked playing video games or Pokemon, you can still do that as an adult. So just remember that life is about having fun.
Thank you, Miss Alosi, for helping our Bulldog family by educating our students.
It was witty banter. It wasn't like harsh criticism.
Knowing that the seasons are changing, and so are our sports, let's see how basketball is preparing for this year.
Today we interviewed Mason and Trey about how they're getting prepared for this upcoming season, and how from being a freshman, now a senior on the varsity basketball team, has improved their basketball career.
Second and third grade, always been hooping since I was a little kid. I'll say third grade, probably that summer. That's when I really start working, really start focusing. putting all my time in the basketball. So.
And then they talked about their perspectives of transitioning to a 6A school.
Not really worried about like 6A or the new struggles or how that's going to affect us. I feel like basketball is still basketball. You know, put the ball in the net, play defense, little things, stuff like that. So I feel like we're prepared. I feel like we got it. We're good.
Yeah, we practice every day. We're practicing hard every day, so we'll be good.
We asked them who has played a big part in their basketball career.
I'll give mine to all the coaches I've had throughout high school. All of them pushed me. Some pushed me harder than others, but some they were all there for me still, so I'll give it to all of them.
Have a good day, Bulldogs. This is Alexis Garcia signing off.
Wow, I hope we can take some wins. Thanks for watching this spooky October episode. To watch more like this, go to youtube.com/RCTV Teens News. This has been Kyleigh
and Samantha
signing out.